Good afternoon, fellow marketing peeps. It's Andrew here from Kulea Marketing Automation. Happy Friday. It is indeed Friday where you are. It is where I am. Okay, so I have been asked by a number of our customers to walk through a very simple Salesforce integration. This is following on from our LinkedIn lead gen form integration of a couple of days ago that we posted up on the blog. So we want to show just how easy it is to do something similar with your Salesforce instance. The ingredients that we have in place for this recipe of seamless integration are one Salesforce account, here we have it in front of us, one Zapier account, because we don't want to get involved with any REST or JavaScript APIs, we just want to do a nice plug and play integration, one good dollop of Kulea, which we'll be drilling down into in terms of a journey planner, and the newly created CRM record, and to put the cream on top of the cake, sorry, we are going to go across to K Recruitment. So K Recruitment is our fictional demonstration company. In this case, they're a recruitment company, but we are obviously agnostic to what verticals and sectors we serve. If you have a marketing department, then you need Kulea. But for this example, this will serve nicely. Note that these are a very generic recruitment agency in Milton Keynes, to the point where you can boast the generic credentials, and we'll come on to this shortly. Right, so where do we start? Well, we start at the beginning with Salesforce. Okay, so Salesforce allows you to set up triggers within Zapier for a number of actions. It could be a new lead, it could be a new opportunity, it could be a new contact, it could even be a new custom object. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to do a new lead. There we go. And let's create my lead. So I'm going to call myself Mr. Andrew Demo 1. Okay. Last name Nicholson, sorry. Title CMO and co-founder. Demo 1. MA demo, guys. Though the email Andrew Demo 1 does not exist, it will be going to what I have over here, which is my test inbox, which is a catch-all for any emails that don't exist that use a Kulea email address. Okay, back to Salesforce. Company is Kulea. Industry is tech. And the employees is 20, say city. Let's go to Barcelona, why not? Okay, to Barcelona, large city. Let's save this information. And we have now created a new lead. Wonderful. Now we want to fire that lead over to Kulea, and we do that via the magic of Zapier. Zapier is a third-party integration layer. It's lovely. I love Zapier. I've got a bit of a crush on them. They just make things really, really easy. No coding required, just plug and play. And I'm going to show you the Zap that I've got in place here. With Zapier, you push things across using Zaps. Go to my demo Zaps. You'll see I've already got a Salesforce to Kulea account of Zap set up. Now, I have already integrated Zapier with my Salesforce app and my Kulea app. Takes seconds. Literally just plug in an API key, identify your Kulea account, and it's good to go. Salesforce, you don't even need to do that. Salesforce, as long as you're already logged in, it recognizes the cookies and logs you straight into your Zapier account. Okay, let us force that account through. So normally Zapier runs every 5 minutes in the background, automating the process. For the sake of the demo, I'm just going to force it through. So there we go. Triggering one new item found. That is the account. Kulea, create new contact was successful. So boom, boom, boom. Goes through the process. I'm going to drill down a little bit more into what that Zap looks like, actually, because this is an educational video. So very simple kind of if this then that logic. So the trigger is the if condition. So if this happens, let's open that one up. In this case, associated account, new lead. Let's go and have a look over here. This is my Salesforce account. Now, I've got it set up as a new lead. I mentioned earlier, you can run this for new leads, new contacts, new opportunities, even new custom objects. To be honest, you're probably going to use these ones more than custom objects. You're going to use leads, contacts, and opportunities and push those into Kulea more likely than not. This, it's worth noting, is a one-way push. I'm sending data from Salesforce into Kulea. Equally, you can set up zaps to send data going from Kulea into Salesforce. You can capture new data and push that into your Salesforce instance. You can enrich existing data and push that into your Salesforce instance. But for the sake of this demo, I'm keeping it nice and simple. Go across to Kulea. Again, Kulea account, got to create a new contact. You can create a new contact, or you can sort and update existing contacts and create one none are found. That's our Kulea account I've added. This is an important step of the setup. This is where we tell Kulea, we tell Kulea where to put the data that Salesforce is sending us. So in this case, we're mapping email to email. If I look in here, you see there we go, email to email. I really want one of those. Forename to forename, etc. Putting the technology information across, and company name, all those details. What is worth noting is down here, I'm actually adding the source manually. So I'm saying anything that pulls from Salesforce, I'm going to put source equals Salesforce. Cool. I hope that all makes sense. I'm sure it does, but if you've got any questions, we're always here to help. Drop me a line. You know my email address. Okay, let's go to Kulea. So Zap has run. So if I go into Kulea now, go into CRM records, and there we go, Andrew demo 1. You can see I've done this a couple of times today because I keep making mistakes with the video. But this is the one that's just gone across, Andrew demo 1 at Kulea.ma. Let's have a look over here. So we can see that demo data, city, town, Barcelona, source Salesforce, plus all the additional information that I put in there. We've even got a lead score associated with us. Well, what does that look like? Why have we got a lead score? I'm going across my journey planner. I've built a very simple journey in Kulea here. Just to walk you through. New record added. If, so I'm adding a filter here. If CRM source equals Salesforce. Awesome. I'm going to send out an email, Salesforce integration example. I'm going to give them a score of 5. You could use Kulea to automate anything in this in the journey planner. So you can lead score, you can update CRM information, you can send out emails, alerts, you can put and if conditions, you can do all sorts. Almost an infinite number of choices. But for the sake of this demonstration, I've just dragged and dropped a very simple journey into place. Let me now show you where this journey ends up. Because we have gone across to K-Recruitment. Bear in mind, K-Recruitment is a fairly generic site, if you remember. Well, I will have received an email as a result of being entered into Salesforce from Kulea. So welcome to K-Recruitment, Andrew. Good afternoon, Andrew demo 1. So brilliant. Kulea has very kindly sent me an introductory email. Check out our website here. Now what we're seeing is the final piece of that journey. If I go across to K-Recruitment, and look at the magic that's happening here, guys. So we're no longer seeing standard K-Recruitment content because I've clicked on a link on an email. It's come from Kulea. It's recognizing me, find your dream technical job, Andrew, because it knows I'm in tech, Andrew demo 1. I've got to change my full name. And it's recognized I'm living in Barcelona. So IT and software recruitment experts have now moved to Barcelona. If I refresh this page over here, see exactly the same story. So there we go, a kind of top-to-toe demonstration of how Kulea can work, how you can integrate Salesforce with Kulea. I'm even going to go back into my Kulea instance now. I'm going to have a look at a bit more information. We could even see the behaviors here for Andrew. Oh, look at that, lovely. Added to Salesforce, given a score, email sent, read email, clicked a link in the email, visited the web page, did it again. There we go, look at that. That is a beautiful piece of functionality there, guys. What is not to love? And we can track and respond to any of those events that are being generated in Kulea, and we can square the circle, we can push any additional insight that we glean back into Salesforce via the Zapier integration. My word, we've done that quickly. I hope that answers any questions you might have about how easy it is to integrate Salesforce with Kulea. But if you do have any other questions, please do drop me a line. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful weekend if it is indeed Friday where you are.